Hi everyone! We're about to begin our last week talking about the life of Amy Carmichael. Do you remember what happened in our last lesson? God provided a car for Amy and the children, didn't he? It was amazing to see how he provided for every need. They built a hospital, and doctors and nurses and workers all came from Ireland and different parts of Britain so that they could serve God in the country of India and work alongside of Amy. God took care of them day after day and week after week and year after year. He provided for the things that they needed, but this week we got to find out how God provided for them and protected them in very dangerous situations. Now, when Amy was young, there was a group of young girls who worked in a factory, and they made decisions with their life that weren't very good. They believed that nobody cared about them, and they believed that they were rejected from different churches, and they just had a very difficult life. Well, Amy knew that God wanted her to do something, and she decided what better way to get to know these women than to live in the same places that they lived. Now this meant that Amy couldn't live in a nice house. She had to rent a room in a building that was dirty and had lots of bugs, but she knew that it was more important to do what God asked of her than to have nice things. And he was going to take care of her and protect her. So she lived alongside some of these women. And eventually, she was even able to build a place called Welcome Hall. She made a huge difference in these women's lives. And it was just amazing to see the joy that she had in the middle of poverty that she was living. But one night, when she had to leave her room and go to visit her mother, a group of boys, of young men who were up to no good at all, started following Amy to her parents' house. And Amy just continued to walk very, very quickly, and she trusted God that he was going to take care of her. Now, the group of boys just got bigger and bigger, and she noticed that they were saying and doing things that she knew were very dangerous, but she continued to trust God. And you know what? God took care of her. He protected her in the middle of a dangerous situation, because suddenly she saw the hand of a woman reach out for her hand, and that woman took her inside of her house and protected Amy and herself all night from those boys. But it wasn't something that the woman did, it was something that God did, because the only thing that the woman had available to protect them and to close off the entryway between them and those boys was a white sheet. Now, a white sheet that you put on your bed, it's not very strong, is it? But the hand of God is all powerful, and he will protect us. And just like he protected Amy, you can trust him to protect you as well. So that night, they were taken care of. God took care of them. And Amy remembered this promise from God of his protection. Later, as she was serving in India, in Dohnavur, they also encountered some very dangerous situations. One night, there was a young girl that wanted to go live at Dohnavur with Amy and the other children. So she ran away because she knew that the idols that the people around her were worshiping could not give her anything and couldn't take care of her, and they didn't care about her, they didn't love her. But Amy served God, who loved this young girl, and this young girl knew it. So she went to go live with Amy, but on the way there, the people of her village and even some of her family members got violent, and they were chasing after her. Now, Amy prayed and asked God to help her to be wise, to be able to protect this young girl. And he brought to mind a place that was there very close. So Amy and the young girl ran to the church, and they went up a tower and climbed a very rickety wooden ladder that was there in the church. And that night, God kept them safe in that tower. And that young girl eventually went to go live with Amy and learn about Jesus. And God continues to protect Amy over and over again, along with the children that she cares for. Let's find out in our next lesson what more God does to protect Amy.